In this 25th anniversary year of September 11th, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation continues to honor America's heroes. Heroes like Fire Lieutenant Michael Wells, who was inspired by 9/11 to serve his community. After 14 dedicated years of service, he lost his battle with occupational cancer, leaving behind his wife, Katie, and their 3 children. Tunnel to Towers honored Lieutenant Wells by paying off the family's mortgage in recognition of his sacrifices. Donate $11 monthly and amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to T2T. .org.
Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Joining us now, John, we've got Senator Ashley Moody from the great state of Florida. Senator, boy, oh boy, let's start with this new news that came out. I don't know if you saw, did you see the images of this would-be assassin? The person who attempted the assassination of President Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It's frightening. He's dressed as a guest senator and looks like he was about to get into the ballroom. He was obviously hoping, but he's got a tie on. He had a black shirt, black pants, and then he had all these weapons around him. This is so frightening, what could have happened there.
Yeah, I think this goes to what many people have been saying. You know, as these attacks are escalating in frequency, and again, that's a whole other discussion and what's instigating that. And, you know, we have got to get my Democratic colleagues to, start taking some accountability for their verbiage. But yeah, I think, as these attacks have been escalating, the Secret Service and really all security surrounding these events have to start beefing up those perimeters and understanding that, these attempts are going to learn from past attempts, right? These would-be attackers are learning from past attempts. So, I know that the Secret Security wants to do that, and they will do that, and we have to make sure they're funded. And I think it's devastating and dangerous that the Democrats still refuse to fully fund that agency and many others that are charged with the security of not only the president, but our nation.
So what happens, Senator Moody? What happens when do we reach the level where it's intolerable and these people got to get paid?
Look, I've been saying the risk right now is already intolerable, not only to the president again, but to the nation. We are in a conflict. You guys were just talking about that right now. We know under the Biden administration that thousands on the terrorist watch list were encountered and even released into the interior of the United States. That doesn't even count how many got away. And so at this point, there are warning signs flashing all over the place that this is not the time for political games. It's not the time for dangerous rhetoric. It's a time to take our jobs as representatives of the people and stewards of this nation seriously and act to secure our leadership and our nation. And, it is tragic that we have these Democrats in office right now who seem to abandon all responsibility for that part of the job and want only to, rile up the radical base. They only want to get a soundbite on the most left of left media outlets. And they're forgetting that they were given an enormous responsibility of sustaining the success and security of this nation. And I, for one, I'm disheartened by that. I, for one, am pushing back on that every day. And I really hope the American people are helping move them on this issue.
Judge Weinberg.
Senator, good to talk to you again.
Great to be with you guys.
So let me ask you this. You walk around the Senate floor, you go to the hearings, you have one colleague who's a Democrat, Senator Fetterman of Pennsylvania, the only person who seems to have any common sense or real patriotism. But when you talk quietly on the side with your Democratic colleagues, don't they understand the risk that they're putting this country in?
The rhetoric that they have used has increased violent attacks by the left at levels that we have not seen. I mean, you can see that they are, in terms of frequency, increasing. And, at what point are they going to take responsibility of that? And it's not just the president. We're on the third assassination attempt in such a short amount of time. I mean, Kavanaugh, a Supreme Court justice, Rand Paul, a senator. We had an assassination of a conservative leader in Charlie Kirk. I mean, this isn't somebody on one of them, I think it was Jeffries, called the Republicans phony Republicans. And it just incenses me, because what is phony? What are we making up? We can't make up the attacks, right? We can't make up the number of people that have been threatened as a result of some of their rhetoric. I mean, look, I have a guy running in my race who calls all of the people that are trying to make America great again, put America first, as Nazi fascists. Like, that's insane.
It is insane
talk.
It is.
And, again, I really do think that the only way this changes is if Americans start reaching out to both, if there was a Republican saying some of this the same way, I would call them to the mat too. But Americans need to start reaching out to the Democrats that are speaking like this, and then hold them accountable at the ballot box. I mean, that's the only way these people are going to start waking up to their responsibilities.
I agree. It's just common sense.
Senator Moody, I mean, you know Florida better than all of us. You were Attorney General for so many years, now the United States Senator. All the people that escaped New York, they came to Florida. Now you have almost 24 million people there. Is it leaning more towards the GOP now, or more so, or too many Democrats moving in and still voting Democratic?
Well, we'll see, right? I think Florida really shines as a state that held true to the idea of not just what government should be, but really what government should not be. I say that a lot because during the COVID, when you saw even red states, but a lot of these kind of failed, financially ruined blue states that were, totally going lax, weak on crime, not protecting their people, shutting down churches, shutting down businesses, shutting people in their homes. I can go on and on. We really fought hard to keep our schools open, to make sure we were getting our industries going. We weren't picking and choosing businesses. And, as a result of that, we've shown that if you protect people and protect their rights and show what limited government can do, your state or your jurisdiction, whatever that may be, will thrive. And so people are moving now to Florida in droves. In fact, in the last 5 years, we've probably had the largest increase of any other state. And so now you see these financially failed states that are really hemorrhaging in their budgets because they're driving out any job makers or any natural market-driven economic prosperity. They're driving that out. So what happens then? People have to rely more on government to fund to live their lives, to feed their families, more and more and more. And that's what they want. That's what they want. So why are you seeing so many of these states get so much money from the federal government and ask for more money from the federal government? And by the way, much of the fraud and abuse is coming through some of these failed states. It's because they're driving out businesses that would generate those jobs naturally. Florida did the opposite. And so I think the people that are coming to Florida are seeking a haven from what doesn't work, and that is the Communist Manifesto 101. Let's drive out all private business and private markets, and things would naturally generate economic prosperity. Let's make people have to rely more on the state. And when they do that, we take more and more of the power from the people, as opposed to Florida, where we say, we'll put it in your hands.
The free state, the free state of Florida.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, Senator, thank you so much. It's always great to have you here. We love having you. Thank you very much.
Great to be with you guys.
This is Roger Stone with a serious warning for you. The U.S. dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power since 1912. Your savings are exposed, and gold and silver remain the final hedge against currency devaluation, inflation, and ongoing economic uncertainty worldwide. So call 844-272-2428 now to get your free gold and silver guide from American Sovereign Bullion and learn how to protect your wealth with gold and silver. Call 844-272-2428 or visit dyingdollar.com. That's dyingdollar.com.